What's up guys, welcome to Munchkins Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkins logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. And welcome to my video guide for Vayne's Lost Chapter, Conquerer's Duty Part 14, and of course this is on the Chaos difficulty. And of course, before we do begin, leave a like and subscribe if you do enjoy the content that I make. It does really help out my channel and I really do appreciate it, guys. And without further ado, let's start this video. Now as always, we'll start this off with the last boss's abilities, weaknesses, resistances, and elements that it can absorb. For this one, it is going to be the White Killin. It is weak to the Holy Element and can absorb the Dark Element. It doesn't have any resistances, and as for its abilities, it has its normal Brave attack, which is going to be a melee Brave attack. Trample, which increases its Brave when its Brave is less than its initial Brave, and trigger a melee HP attack. Gaze, which is a magic Brave attack, which also inflicts a defense down. This triggers an additional Dark Ga when acting twice in a row. Next is Dark, which is a dark magic Brave attack. It is less powerful, but it will trigger Trample when acting twice in a row. Next is Dark Craw, which is a powerful dark magic Brave attack. Dark Ga, which is a more powerful dark magic Brave attack. Next is Cerulean Bolt, which is a magic Brave attack, which also grants itself an attack up and triggers the Dark Ga when acting twice in a row. Next up is Group Dark Craw, which is a group dark magic Brave attack, which also triggers an additional White Light Black Thunder when acting twice in a row. Next up is Group Dark Ga, which is another group dark magic Brave attack. This is a more powerful version, and when inflicting a break or attacking a target afflicted with break, this actually will trigger as well the White Light Black Thunder when acting twice in a row. Now White Light Black Thunder increases its Brave when its Brave is less than its initial Brave, and will do a group magic Brave attack plus HP attack. Next is Storm Calling, which basically removes all the debuffs it has, frames excluded. However, this will raise its max Brave and will begin acting twice in a row. This also has a plus variant, which basically increases attack, defense, and speed as well, in addition to the max Brave up. Next up is a text that you will see called The Winds Die Down. This basically just cancels everything you get from the Storm Calling and the Storm Calling Plus. Next is Muster, which raises all its stats, and Rally, which further raises all its stats. The White Killin will be immune to attack down and magic attack down debuffs. Okay guys, so now that we know its abilities, weaknesses, and resistances, it's time to take a look at some general tips and guide. And the first one I have for you guys is to save about 70% of your abilities for the final wave. The main reason for this is, even though this is a one-wave fight, the White Killin actually has quite a ton of HP. So if you willy-nilly just use your abilities, you will run out. Even if you do refresh those abilities, for example using Vayne or using Yuri, which can refresh their abilities, if you just keep using them, you will run out eventually. So I do suggest using a little bit of your HP attack plus from every now and again. Next is to bring in the boosted characters. For this particular Lost Chapter, I highly recommend just either bringing Vayne or Paladin Cecil. Other characters that you may want to consider to bring are Warrior of Light, Bosch, Kryle, Setzer, Edge, Yuri, Sarah, Tifa, Agrias, Lulu, Ultimisia, Kuja, Lael, Emperor, Yuffie, Noctis, Arnea, Sephiroth, or Jet, or honestly any other characters that you can really bring that is chaos viable that doesn't actually use the dark element. And from the top of my head at the moment, Golbez is the only dark element attacker that I can really think of that is chaos viable. So anyone other than, I guess, Golbez can really help you out in this particular fight. Now the main thing is, when it comes to chaos fight, as I mentioned before, is actually your party composition. Making sure you have a well-balanced party composition is really what will help you clear this fight. And for that you need some healers plus Brave battery options. And these are Charlotta, Rem, Eiko, Ignis, Rosa, Pinello, or Ishtola. And as for your summon, I highly recommend bringing Shiva along. You can bring Ifrit, Ramu, Brothers, or Pandemonium if you really want to, but I opt out to just go with Shiva. Okay guys, moving on to the general strategies that might actually help you clear this fight. Let's start off with the friend support, which you can either bring Aranea or Setzer for this one. Aranea is definitely going to help you with her delay, and of course Setzer with his freeze debuff, especially with white light black thunder. You really want to avoid getting hit by that, because there is a chance, even though it is kind of split damage, that you can actually kill one of your party members if they have a very low HP to begin with. So having like Setzer is more of a safety run, but Aranea can basically delay the boss and make it much easier for you to actually just keep piling on the damage if you are planning to be more offensive in this particular fight. Now the next one is basically just delay. Delay, paralyze, or freeze are going to be your best friends. And even silence, I did forget to put it there, but silence can actually help you with this particular fight as well. So Agrius can definitely help you here, but if you have delay, you can really delay this boss for... Basically, it won't have a turn if you make sure you have a delay party, and honestly, we'll go over that a little bit later, but I think if you have a lot of delayers, then this fight should be easy for you. The next one is to have shields, or make sure you do have high amounts of Brave when the boss has Storm Calling buff up, and especially when it is going to attack you on the turn order. Make sure to have some Brave there so you don't get broken, and basically the boss can follow this attack up with an HP attack, and that is the white light black thunder. So that is what you're trying to avoid here, just making sure that you don't actually get broken, because if you do, chances are one of your party members is going to die. Next up is if you have Aranea and Vayne, just use them. Honestly guys, delays for days. So that is the motto with Aranea and Vayne, and if you have another friend support with Aranea, it's just gonna delay the boss even further, and if you have Tifa or Y'shtola, those can delay as well. It's definitely gonna make this fight a lot easier. And finally, my last real strategy for this one is bringing Warrior of Light. Now if you are struggling and you don't have Aranea or you don't have Vayne, and you just want to survive white light black thunder as much as you can, bringing Warrior of Light with his shield is actually going to help you out. This will at least protect you from getting broken and making sure you take minimum HP damage. So if you don't have, like, say one or two of the characters that I mentioned, like Vayne or Aranea, then you might want to opt out and go for a safety run. You may end up having to go over the turn count, because this turn count is a little bit in the low side for the most part, especially with this particular fight when the boss actually has a lot of HP and you have to fight like 2 mini bosses at the start, when you know the first wave is a mini boss and the second wave is also a mini boss. So yeah, it can be a little bit tight, but I think you can make it. I haven't tried it out myself, and I do plan to rerun this when I do get the time. Unfortunately for me, I'm still working the next day, and I have a lot of backlog of games that I really want to play. But if I do get the chance, then I will try my best to do a rerun if a lot of people are willing to watch it or request a rerun without Vayne or Aranea. Let me know down in the comments below. And finally, we are here at the possible party compositions, and I kid you not guys, it's going to be Vayne plus insert 2 characters. I do highly suggest having a support on one of those 2 characters that you are going to insert there. This is going to be with Aranea support and Shiva for the summon. Basically, Vayne is here to re-break, and that is for the win, right? And again, if you have Aranea or Y'shtola, even better, you can just keep on delaying. Tifa can actually delay as well, so she is another option there if you don't have Aranea. And the Aranea support, basically if you have double Aranea plus Vayne, the boss will have no turns. You can also add a tank. As I mentioned, Warrior of Light is one of those tanks that I think will be quite effective on this run. And you can even opt out to bring Edge as well, because you know you can actually dodge if you time his EX before the boss actually does an all attack. Then you can pretty much dodge the incoming HP attack, and that's really gonna help you out, you know. And by the time, hopefully you can get it up as quick as you can, and that way you can keep on dodging. And you know, even Edge can actually provoke and, you know, dodge and attack here and there as well. So yeah, honestly, I tried looking for different party compositions from, you know, Facebook groups and Reddit. Unfortunately, a lot of people just have Vayne, and I mean, why not? Why not use Vayne? He is very effective in this fight, and I highly suggest you actually go ahead and pull for him if you haven't already. Yeah, I just think that at the moment a lot of people are just hyping up Vayne, and no one really wants to do a run without him. So yeah, again, if you guys want a rerun without using Vayne or Arnea, let me know down in the comments below, and I might really reconsider doing a rerun. I really want to do a rerun, but yeah, I'm just strapped for time at the moment. But if a lot of you guys are requesting, I will really think about it and I will really consider it. Anyway guys, we're finally towards the end of this video, and of course I'll give you guys my final thoughts, and I think I've already said my final thoughts really. If you have Vayne, if you have, you know, Arnea, Y'shtola, this is a breeze. This fight is going to be a breeze. Without them though, this is going to be a difficult fight, and a very dangerous one at that. You really don't want that boss to have as much turns as possible. It's like fighting with a triple attack, you know. We just fought one recently, I can't think of the top of my head, but it's like having 2 attacks in a row, and the follow-up attack is most likely to be a HP attack. You really want to delay that boss as much as you can. So this can be either hell for you or heaven, because you got all the characters that you need to actually keep delaying this boss. So I'm gonna have to give this a middle of the run difficulty. While it can be really easy if you have the right characters, I feel like if you don't, is this one of those hellish fights that you have to face. So I would give this in middle of the road difficulty altogether, just because it can be really difficult or can be very easy, just depending on what you have. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Please do remember to click like and subscribe if you haven't already. It does help my channel to grow, and of course it does help with YouTube algorithm as well. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook at Munchkins Gaming, and leave down in the comments below if you did not use Vayne actually for this fight, or if you have a team composition that doesn't revolve around Vayne or Arnea. Let me know down in the comments below. And again, if you guys want me to try for a rerun without Vayne or Arnea, leave down in the comments below. If there's enough people requesting it, I will consider it. I will really consider it, because I'm already considering it without even people asking me, because I want to see if this is doable without Vayne or Arnea. Anyway guys, that's it for me. This is Munchkins logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.